This is a subscriber request. I know you guys have probably seen 1,000,001 videos and all the coverage on this tragedy, and I did not want to do a video on it because I was afraid I would get a little emotional. So I apologize in advance if I do get emotional throughout this. I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible. But a lot of people have been writing me wanting to know my feelings on the Trayvon Martin murder, because that's what it was, his murder. I feel just like a lot of people that I've seen, you know, a lot of the videos I've seen out there. I think I'm, you know, I don't know what I can say that hasn't already been said. I feel like this is going to be repetitive, but I'm doing this for you guys because you asked for it. I feel like it's a senseless, hateful, tragic murder that should never have taken place. The whole situation, I feel, should never have even been created, you know. Of course, I don't, you know, live with blinders on my eyes, and although you hear me speak about, you know, color shouldn't matter or color doesn't matter, especially when it comes to, you know, dating and that kind of thing, I'm aware that racism still exists. You know, I've been the victim of racism in different forms, okay, at different points in my life, so I understand it. I understand it still exists. At the same time, I understand there are some people who are more progressive, who, you know, have not conformed to racism, or they've unlearned the racism, or they never learned it in the first place. And there are some good people that are non-black, you know what I'm saying, out there, who are not prejudiced and who are not racist. But there are equally just a lot more that are, you know what I'm saying, and some are not so vocal with it. Some are blatantly in your face with it, and some it's subtle. I think a lot of ways it's become a lot more subtle to a lot of people. But in this situation, this is blatantly, I feel like it's definitely, there was racial profiling, in my opinion, and there was just stereotyping of Trayvon. It just burdens and bothers me that anybody, especially a young black male, cannot walk to the store without being bothered, cannot walk back to their house, and they're automatically considered to be suspicious because of the color of their skin. I think it's a tragedy. My heart goes out to his family, and it kills me to know what that young man had to suffer. And to hear those screams, like, man, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, when I heard those screams on the 911 calls, I could hear him screaming. I don't even know him. It broke my heart, though. It broke my heart because I didn't know Trayvon, but I've heard of situations, and I've personally known people who have lost their lives to similar type situations where, you know, whether it was the police mistaken identity type of situations, or, you know, they're just being at the wrong place, wrong time, innocent bystanders, and senseless violence. And I think obviously with the Trayvon Martin situation, there's definitely, in my opinion, a huge racial component, even though this man is saying that he's not racist. George Zimmerman, I think I saw a comment on the news today, and it was saying that that George Zimmerman is half Hispanic, and that his father was saying that he's not racist, like he's half Hispanic, so it makes him not racist. And I'm like, what does that have to say? I'm like, you can't be racist if you're a Hispanic or half Hispanic. That I didn't quite understand the purpose of that comment, but I just like, I don't know. The police department, I can't say I was disgusted by their lack of action, but at the same time, wasn't surprised. You know, we hear about these types of things happening all the time, and the imbalance in the justice system when it comes to color lines and how they tend to deal with certain things. You know, it's not everywhere, but it's definitely prevalent in many, many places. Okay, something we've all seen or at least heard of. And so I definitely believe that George Zimmerman should have been arrested, should be arrested, should be rotting in jail right now. I think you take a life, they should take your life. You should be spending the rest of your life behind bars. And that's where I believe George Zimmerman deserves to be. I guess, but even more so than the racial component, I'm more disturbed just by the from a humanistic standpoint, I'm just more disturbed by the just lack of value in the human life in general. Like, that bothers me that, you know, even before the Trayvon Martin's incident, we hear all kinds of stories, you know what I'm saying, down through the years of people just losing their lives unnecessarily in so many different ways. And it's like, we just do not value human life as a culture, as a society, as a world anymore. You know, people will kill you for looking at them sideways. People will kill you because you're taking too long. Like, it just doesn't, there's no justification, and there's no value anymore in human life. And that's even more so disturbing to me. So like I said, I don't know what else I can say that hasn't already been said. I'm very upset, very disturbed by this incident, and I wish it wouldn't have occurred. My heart goes out to the family, and all I can say is I hope we get some justice for his family and for him. I mean, there's nothing anyone can do for him. He's gone. He's not coming back. But his family deserves to at least rest assured knowing that the person that killed their family member is behind bars for the rest of his life. So that's my opinion on that.